warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. So still 14 yards to go, second down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a huge return as they take this one all the way down inside the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Single. I got 11. He's mine. 2 of them. Mike, 4.
Here's Fields. He's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance. Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Wilson. The toss here completed to Pittman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Play action. It's Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Fields on 3rd down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Wilson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
First and 10.
From the 50, here's Fields. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. On first down, Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Moore now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Claypool with another catch. And some room to work. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Hines. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw caught by Raymond. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 5. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action, Fields. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Third and 2, Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Wilson. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Buccaneers, 17. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Escaping the pressure right. This to Jarwin. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's back to throw. Looking for Brown, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 114 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Remain for 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He was brought down by Eric Harris. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out.